It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running to the left. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Slithers into space. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Finds a little space. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wants to fire on second down. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Runs through a tackle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
The play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Got the first down, looking for more. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Traore. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Wants to go up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. The give on the option. Turns it on in midfield. Turning it on. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Great job by the back on the option.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Look out, he's got room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. Brings into the open. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's just so nice to have a signal dog who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to test the right side with this one. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a crease, it's Kane. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Pulled and fired complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
The offense changing the play. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Lost a throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends, they got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive, because they've just been struggling through the air.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. to pass on second down. That's caught. It's Traore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And a nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Might be changing the route. Wants to keep it in the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete.
That's what you get for that bomb shit.
Couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walters. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
And the Sooners come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A strike downfield. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Working on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play pick up the first down.
And this is why it's so important, David, to get the run game going, because it sets up play action and gives them an opportunity to take these types of shots down the field.
And it's just so hard because as a defensive lineman, when you give the play action, I'm thinking run, I'm playing run, slows that pass rush down just enough and sucks those linebackers up, make those passing windows so much bigger. Nice job by the offense.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. Punch it out of the air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Finding open areas. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll immediately call timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Gets it to the back. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Short field payoff with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fired in from the red zone for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Making side adjustments here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Well, Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Quarterback making adjustments. Takes it from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Catch in the middle. It's Ali. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to Buffalo. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Going for 6. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooner.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
He wants to throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Running into the open space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Mississippi State going up tempo.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. This quarterback part of their running game. There he goes. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got
Bro, I
here.
can't fucking see.
Continue, or is this a
I can't fucking see. What do you like? I've thrown like 7 passes the whole game.
First down in the final period of this one.
Bro, I no, I haven't because I can't fucking see. That's why I haven't thrown the ball.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14.
You just refuse to adjust on defense, bro. Other people stop it, no problem. You just don't adjust.
Don't fix it. Just keep running the
No, you just don't adjust. You're lazy. And multiple times you've been in the back, like could have made the tackle, and you just had a bad user play, like multiple times.
Practice for for situations like this. Just keep.
I'm sure somebody can clip it, like where you were in the backfield, you could have made the tackle before I got outside, and you just fucked up your user. Like you've done it, like.
Understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I had 2 lasers in my eyes 48 hours ago, and you still are down by 25 points, brother. Sit this one out.
Like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Morg, any other game, maybe you could say it. Any other time, maybe you could say that. Any other time you could make that excuse. You just can't this time.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete.
I'm making one read, and like when I'm throwing the ball, it's one read. That's it. Like I'm just trying. Other people with worse rosters than yours, stop it. That's so not true. Oh my God, it's so not true. That's so not true. That's just not true, Morgan. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I know it's not. You don't. You don't.
We'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He fires a bullet to the right. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they take it in for 6.
Why don't you? Yeah, okay. That's why I've been throwing into coverage every time you throw down the field, right? I bet. I bet. You've had time. A couple of your picks, you had time. Do you have a kicker at punter? If you have a kicker at punter, that will do it. I don't fucking know what to tell you, man.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time.
Look at all of your people inside, and you expect to stop inside runs, man. Look at your team! Look at the snap of the ball! Morgan, look at the snap of the ball! What happened when I snapped the ball, Morgan? Look at the play. It just happened. Everybody ran inside. You didn't contain with your defensive ends. You didn't blitz the outside. You didn't. No, you didn't.
Well over 100 rushing yards in this.
That's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach.
That's my first turnover of the season. It's a backup quarterback fumbling the ball. That's so annoying. I hadn't fumbled, hadn't thrown a pick all year long, and a fucking stupid backup quarterback fumbles the ball.
Touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
That's so frustrating.
So many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense.
I don't know why you haven't been attacking my user, bro. Like, I'm just going where I think you're going to be. I can't, like, fucking... I have no peripheral vision. Like none.
You can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football.
If you want to make... No, I don't.
Finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch.
I'm also blitzing every single play. You're not blocking anybody extra, and I'm pass committing.
Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like
You had all day. I blitzed 6. You had 5 blockers. What do you expect to happen? Morg, you have 5. Morg, you had 5 blockers. I had 6 blitzers. What do you expect to happen? Somebody's free. Of course they're free. You had 5 blockers against 6 blitzers. You're not that dumb. I know you can count.
From the gun, running back on the move. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too.
I haven't gotten a speed boost on a single play. If you want to say that they're faster than your guys, sure, but they haven't gotten a speed boost. They've been faster. You're losing to somebody who's legally not exaggerating blind right now.
That's when you take advantage.
He's open on the right. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner!
I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it on the outside. It's Traore. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And here they come, almost all the way back.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
From the gun. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And maybe he'll get back.
And the W. Don't forget about that part.
No more than that. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
I can't see, so even if I run a play, it's not. I'll run a play. I'll run a play, but it's not going to be a throw. I can't see, Morg. I'm not throwing the ball. Yeah, you think I'm exaggerating? I literally cannot see.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down.
You had plenty, easy stop in the run in the second half, so I don't know what your problem is. Just do that in the first half. You'd been fine. I probably ran for, 60 yards in the second half, if that. So, obviously, it's not a problem.
So, on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
I can't, I missed it anyway, I think.
You
suck, GG.
Boys, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field. Seemingly it will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff. But, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.